David and his friend Daniel are talking about a business plan when David's ex-wife, Sophia, suddenly walks into the office. Seeing her, David asks calmly, "We've been divorced for 6 months. Why are you still coming here?" Sophia replies casually, "What's wrong? I came to see you. Don't you want me here?" David says firmly, "Forget the small talk. Just tell me what you need." Sophia explains nervously, "I need $1 million. Daniel asks shockingly, $1 million? Did I hear that right? You two are divorced, and you still came to your ex-husband asking for money? Don't you have any shame?" Sophia asks angrily, "Who gave you the right to interfere in our conversation?" Daniel says sternly, "Of course I have the right. I'm his business partner. This is company money, and I have a stake in this company too. If you want $1 million, you'll have to get my approval first." David says firmly, "Daniel, that's enough." Daniel asks angrily, "Why? Am I wrong? You two have been divorced for 6 months, yet she still comes here asking her ex-husband for money. And there are still questions about the father of her unborn child." Sophia says angrily, "Watch your mouth." Daniel asks sarcastically, "Why? You did what you did. Are you scared to hear people talk about it?" David says angrily, "Enough." Then he asks Sophia seriously, "Why are you suddenly asking me for $1 million? Are you in some kind of trouble?" Sophia explains anxiously, "My business partner at the factory took the money and ran off. Now our entire cash flow has collapsed. If I can't raise more money by tomorrow, our production line could shut down at any moment." Daniel says suspiciously, "You sure know how to tell a convincing story. Who knows? Maybe you'll take the money and disappear." Sophia asks angrily, "You're an outsider. Why are you being so cruel?" Daniel says angrily, "I'm an outsider? Let me make one thing clear. I'm David's most trusted business partner. You're divorced from him, yet you still come here to bother him. So tell me, who's really the outsider here?" Sophia ignores Daniel and asks David directly, "Fine, I'm only asking you one thing. Are you going to give me the money or not?" David says seriously, "Sophia, I'm telling you the truth. My company is struggling too. You're asking me for $1 million, but I honestly can't come up with that much money right now." Daniel says firmly, "You heard him. We're in such bad shape that we can barely even pay our employees' salaries." Sophia says angrily, "You two keep making excuses." David insists firmly, "I'm really not lying to you." Sophia says emotionally, "When we were living in that basement and sharing one cup of noodles between us, you told me that if you ever became rich, you would never make me beg anyone for help. This is the first time I've ever come to you for help, and this is how you treat me?" Daniel says angrily, "Stop trying to use emotional stories to convince him. You two are divorced." David says gently, "Sophia, there are $300,000 on this card. This money was actually set aside for our employees' salaries. Take it and deal with your emergency first. You can pay me back later." Daniel takes the card and asks angrily, "David, have you lost your mind? That's our employees' salary money. If you give it to her, what's going to happen to the company?" David replies calmly, "I'll find another way to pay the employees." Sophia says bitterly, "I came here asking you to lend me $1 million, and you're trying to brush me off with only $300,000? David says helplessly, "Please understand my situation." Sophia says quietly, "This bag, I'm giving it back to you." David asks confusedly, "What do you mean?" Sophia explains emotionally, "Do you remember? When we were both struggling and had almost nothing, you saved 3 months worth of expenses to buy this bag for me. You told me that when you had plenty of money, you would buy me everything in the world that I liked. I kept this bag all these years, not because it was expensive, but because back then I knew you truly